What is up, everyone? This will be my Rek'sai jungle video. I haven't done a Rek'sai one in a while, so I want to show you guys with the new skin how good Rek'sai jungle can be. And Rek'sai, this new skin is absolutely beautiful. The particles, everything about it. It's definitely one of my favorite skins to use, and I think you definitely should be interested in it if you like playing Rek'sai. So, getting straight into video, Rek'sai jungle really good right now. The build I favor right now is either Stridebreaker or Titanic into, Cleaver. Sterix, Death Stance, this kind of sort of build. Pathing wise, you always want to start red. Even if you have to solo red, just start red because you want to do something level 3. This game we're going to be playing in Diamond MMR, around High Diamond in NA. So here I always start red, and I always want to use your Q as an auto attack reset. And I see a lot of people when they're picking up Rek'sai, they always kind of fail at this, is really using your Q as an auto attack reset as you're farming jungle camps. You should be doing this all the time. So always wait for that right click auto and then press Q. Even though your Q is up, maybe a bit earlier, you should still wait for that extra kind of auto attack to kind of go through. It's just about maximizing your damage. Here, when you burrow, you can always right click to knock up, or you can press W to knock up to you. And just kind of fight the camp towards the next camp as how you want to be doing. So here, important things to Rek'sai, important things to know when you play Rek'sai, what I really keep myself in mind about is actually generally matchup. So I have Syndra mid. This is always an important thing. Mid matchup is the most important thing when you pick Rek'sai. Having an AP mid who's strong early, who can push like Syndra, is really good. Also, the enemy mid is Yone. Yone, we all know, is a melee champion, so he's not going to be in a position to push. So I have kind of like free roam, I would say, in this situation to kind of, do what I want to do, whatever it may be. So let's say I'm against an Evelynn jungle. Maybe I want to invade her. So how am I going to invade an Evelynn is actually I'm going to just go and check what camps we have going here. So here I'm going to walk in just to kind of scout the head. She wouldn't be on red in this situation, if any, or sorry, Raptors. She should be on red. She was to clear, but looking at this means nobody is here. What I do like is Yone uses his E ability, which is, in my opinion, a very easy gank timer. So what I'm going to do is wait for him to Q here, and then I'm going to go in. And that's just a really easy kill. And also, you can just be safe and help Syndra push in. So if she didn't show there, then she most likely will be in the bot side, right? That's just deductive reasoning, because I checked top side camps, they're dead. Which means Evelynn is 100% in bot side, unless somehow she was not farming at all. Which just doesn't make sense. So we can always go with our safe assumption. You're never knowing things 100%. But that's not what's important. What's important is to know what's important is just to make the highest probability decision, and that's what I did. And ganking mid lane in that situation, like I said, Syndra, she's a good champion to play with. With 80 carry nerfs next patch, I think Rek'Sai is actually gonna be really good. Honestly, been waiting a while for this new patch to come out where they just completely get rid of all this stupid 80 carry in soul lane. It's been really ruining the game, so this is gonna be really good for Rek'Sai and just you in general. So here we talked a lot about how do I want to build this game. I'm going to show you guys the Stridebreaker build. This game I'm going to show you guys the Titanic build, and I've been doing Stridebreaker a lot. This game you could make a case for Titanic and Stridebreaker. The general gist is pretty much you pretty much want to build Titanic into more melee comps, which have less range champs that will kite you, and Stridebreaker into more range comps that will have a lot of range to kite you. So if I'm against a Kindred, Zoe range comp, right? Obviously Stridebreaker is very good. But if you don't know which item you want to build, always go Stridebreaker over Titanic. It's just better and easier to use because the active is more forgiving. So here I do prefer to go the Tunneler component just because the extra HP early game is really good. Sometimes I set up early tunnels like this, and I'm going to go over every tunnel as we play this game out, and which tunnels I think are really good for you to set up. And the tunnel system, the way it works is you should always have 4 tunnels set up in a way that pretty much gives you farm, right? So here my mid wants to push. So here what I think is going to happen, Yone is going to get this extra Q, right? And he might use it to go forward. And if he uses it to go forward, I'm going to be here. And, sometimes Some lanes are, you could say, hard to gank because of, you know, whatever mobility they might have. But if you wait for them to do the most obvious decision, like there, I just know what would Yone do if Syndra stuns. Yone is a big boy. He wants to do one thing, and he wants to get a solo kill. So that's just like really simple decision making. And I think mid is fine. I really don't like to move there, so I'm happy Gragas was able to get a solo kill because I really just want to farm here. This is a Void Grub timer. Why is it good? We get a kill mid. Ball lane shows Evelyn's on bot side. There's no way she can come here. She's still diving bot. So you just have no choice but to capitalize. Or not capitalize. You just have to double down. Like, I talk a lot, like, you always want to help ball lane. Or you generally want ball lane to be winning, but sometimes you have no choice in the matter. And that's Yone ability. I don't know if I'll take the red, but I'm gonna go for the crab here. This is really spicy. Evelyn shows on dragon. That's really good. You're probably like, Inori, why don't you take the red there? It's really too risky. And I just don't like going for the red there. I just think it's too risky. I just don't see... I don't know. I didn't 100% know Evelyn was on dragon. Also, wasn't 100% sure that GP wouldn't just run at me at the red. So we just pretty much guaranteed like we're gonna be winning all the soul lanes right now, which is a very good thing because while ball lane is losing, and it's just really nice if you get a good advantage with your soul lane. So here I'm gonna base. I have Titanic Cleaver. I have TMM. Top is looking really juicy, but I think he's just good 1v1. I don't know I want to go all the way there. Yeah, he solo kills big boy Gragas, homeboy Gragas. Homeboy Woods. Hey, Woods. It's a really good situation for us. I am just trying to farm now. Now we get the Tiamat. This component just enables you to farm now. My ganks at 6 are quite strong. This invade is very optimistic by them. So what I think is... You can not clear that ward. Because the enemy bot lane is really in a bad spot. Well, they should be. Because of the roam they just did. I'm gonna set up a tunnel here, and the tunnel here is just pretty much so I can steal Evelyn camps and have a safety net of being able to get out. Mid is getting killed now, which is sad. Yone is a disgusting champion that should be nerfed to the ground, but as we are playing this game, I'm just gonna focus on farming. And I have no choice but to farm whatever side I'm on right now. I know Evelyn's top side, I know mid is Yone, who just killed my Cinder, but I have no choice. I just like to farm. I could run down here, but I really don't know if it's a good fight yet. All I know is a blue buff would be nice here. I think if she tries to go further here, I will go. Man, he actually gets that kill. I think he'll... I can't kill right now. Without Arya. Super sad for me. I wanted to kill the Pike first before I went on the Zeri, but he got the R reset. That was my bad. I didn't realize Milo was so low. I think Milo should just kept running a bit. What's weird is that was like a blind R, so unless he like autoed attack in the brush. And that's a good flash. I mean, I just want to make sure he dies. Because I want to get some plates here on the auto. Because we have the grub angle. Void Grubs is really good early game to just bash down towers. If you really want to win on Rek'sai, this is something you have to do a lot. Is to pretty much just auto towers to death. If you really want to win, for the love of God, I can't wait for them to nerf death timers. It's so So important for them to do that. I honestly think these Void Grubs are not going to be able for us to kill because I think Pike is roaming. So I think this is a problem if we go for Void Grubs. Because there's no Pike, right? So I just feel like Pike is... No, he's bot, okay. So Pike is bot, that's actually good for me. But again, I think it's hard for me to go on Evelyn. If anything, it's easier for me to go on, for example, Yone. So I'm going to go on here. I have a plant here. This is a free kill. Beautifully done. You know, this is me just sort of... I'm never committing 100% on one thing. Like, I'm never saying, like, I have to do grubs or anything like that. I'm just evaluating... First thing I did was evaluate which side Yone is roaming, right? Because Yone had the first push mid. So I right away was able to identify that Yone was using his sort of push advantage. Let me check if he's here. Towards the other side, and that's really important. And that's why I went for the Evelyn play, because she was pretty much left alone by her teammate. Also think I can dive top here. Just a feeling in my head. But if the wave is dead, then there's no play. I don't think we can anymore. I really think I could go for another torpedo here. Let me do the Krugs then. Let me just drop a ward here. I think Evelyn's on Dragon. There's not much I can do about that. I do have a lot of money, but I want to break this tower. And I think GP is going to be coming. I need some money here, Tiger Woods. Nice one, buddy. What I'm going to do is check the camps here. Her res might be up. If not, I'm going to base. I need some money because I'm trying to carry too. Gragas is obviously doing really well. And that play, I just was playing to make sure, you know, of the situation. So right now, armor boots is really good. In this game, I think I need armor boots. Cleaver is also really OP. They are buffing it next patch, which is really nice. I like to put like one tunnel here sometimes. But generally, tunnels, I haven't really been farming this game, but generally what tunnels I like are usually 2 tunnels. One here, then like one here. Damn, they're all here. I think they could collapse on them. I don't think you should just use stun blind. Beautifully done. And that was my mistake. I entered that area way too cocky. I should have waited a bit for my teammates to kind of collapse on and take it slow. Important always to be a very slow person. I actually think Evelyn might be in the area still. So I'm just going to scout and see. It really sucks as a jungler if the enemy team just has, you know, full vision in your jungle. So the ways you kind of combat that is just to kind of really go very slow. So you always want to go slow in those situations. So here I feel really strong, but without R up, I am in... I'm a bit vulnerable in a way, but also not as much because enemy Evelyn showed top off of my beautiful wards. What we're going to do is actually play to break bot tower here. So I want to break this tower. And I want to fight them here. Because I do hate Zeri. Also make sure Yone doesn't roam on us. It's a bit laggy, but it should be okay. Here I just want to get the blue. Evelyn shows top side. They show a lot of people in the top side area. This is really good play for us. Crab spawning. I'm going to stay in the area to get crab. My goal is to get enough money per cleaver, obviously. You can R to finish off whoever you want. Very simple plays. How's she so fast? I'll tell you how she's so fast. Fleet footwork. The dumbest rune Riot has ever made into a broken one. Very nicely done, Lucian. And this is just a very good stomp that we're just able to kind of capitalize off of. You know, just good plays. Titanic Hydra, you want to use it in the combo. It can be tricky. It can feel tricky comboing with Titanic, but hold on, they're still fighting. I'm sure. I don't think that was a good flash. Titanic Hydra, you always want to use the important tools that I've been talking about. And you're going to track Evelyn too. This is why I mix the matchup very one-sided. It's the fact that Rek'Sai can just track Evelyn very easily. Also think Evelyn will be looking and lurking to kill. I still have E up, so I can't E. Also think Pike might come, but I'm also really ahead. That play, I mean, I don't have R up or else I kill Evelyn. The only reason I fight her there too, by the way. Evelyn is really disgusting. Even though Rek'Sai counters her, you don't even have as much damage to one-shot her. With her R, it's really hard to kind of like get that going. So what realistically you're trying to do is actually just... You're just trying to get her low and then just get out, right? Because if she ever has R up, you can't really kill her. But if her R is down, you can easily kill her. So here I'm just farming in this downtime. I really want to make sure Yone cannot play the game. Even just being in this area to pressure this tower or protecting this tower would have been better than just farming here. That's a bit of a mistake for me. So here I'm going to just make sure we kill Yone because I think maybe he tries something. Or maybe, for example... He's dead now. We always get the knockout. But you should always be searching around for the Evelyn, right? Like, my goal is to find Evelyn. I need to find her. Put wards on her camp. This is a good ward. Just to see where her camps are. So in this situation, I'm going to just make sure we get the dragon. Like, wards, you need to... When you're playing against Evelyn, you have to ward her camps. Because her invisibility will never let you see her anywhere else. Here I'm just doing the dragon, and this game I sat a lot of money on, pretty much a lot of gold without buying, and it's mostly just because it's not one of those games that I really have a lot of items that I needed, and it just isn't really one of those games where I need to have so much excess money and stuff. Here I have vision on Pike. I'm gonna go back on the Yone, right? Just kite around. I'm never really fully committing. I'm always trying to like kind of space in as much damage. Engage, of course, though. Engaging, the most important thing about Rek'Sai is knowing how to engage and when to engage. That's just a very important thing you need to practice. You just have to get better at it. You'll know when to engage and when not to engage. Just kind of find prime targets. Whenever you can use a wall to extend your E, that's always really good engage, right? Because if you engage from a wall, like when I engage here and here and they don't have a ward here, they do not see me until I'm very much on top of them. Should be fine here. I'm kiting as much as possible. Gonna help him go on the Rex, the GP now. Chase out the Evelyn out, and honestly, if the enemy team is smart, they would FF after that one because they just got absolutely destroyed, lads. You know, just do as much damage as possible. You are beefy, remember. You're a beefy girl. Rek'Sai is a female champion, yes. She just has an XY chromosome, that's it. But here I'm gonna base. I have way too much gold. Now it's trolling if I don't base, because like, come on, I have a cleaver and I have more into my next component. And like we talked about our build, what is our build? If the enemy team is heavy AD like this, after the buffs to Def Sense, I really like DD. So I like to go DD if there's a lot of AD. If they're not heavy AD, then I usually like to go into like Sterix or something. But in my opinion, I recommend you guys always, you know, continue building damage on her. I just think you can afford one tank item and that's it, but the rest of your items need to be high damage. I still think DD is really good. For other armor items, sometimes you can go random ones too if you really like. But early game to mid game, you still have to kind of keep building damage or else you sort of fall off. And if you want something that's really tanky but also gives you a bit of damage, Sterix is always like a really good third item. Sterix DD, I would say essential. The MR item is a bit of a coin toss. Spear Visage is really good on her. You can get away without MR, but and eventually, like obviously, if you're against like a control mage, you might need like an MR item here. Visage, you can even go like, you know, Abyssal Mass too if you like. Abyssal Mass is good because it kind of amplifies the damage your teammates can do if you have teammates who deal a lot of magic damage. So here I'm just getting the crab, I get bot side jungle cleared, and now I sort of like maneuver in the jungle and just get, you know, vision for my team really. Your goal is to get Baron at this point. There's no Dragon Soul coming up. Enemy team is really, really dead. So here, obviously, the team's really pushed back. Barons are good when the enemy team is really pushed back. Here is a prime example of when a Baron would be good. The enemy team is completely further away from us, so far away. We have the waves pushing in. We have vision in their jungle. These are the key components to make sure your Baron is good. And lastly, you do have the damage to do Baron fast. With a Syndra and a Lucian, yes, we do. And Rek'sai, you can easily tank Baron without taking any damage. You just burrow for like 2 seconds, and then you heal like half your HP, so you're pretty much good after that. So just play around the Baron when it's smart. Don't do a 50-50 Baron, which is not what you want to be doing. MGP is TPing bot, but it doesn't really concern us. We just want to keep farming. We can push mid and try to end the game, but enemy team give up. Hope you guys like the video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Good luck on the game. Good luck on the climb. Good luck on the Rek'sai gaming time.